Bloody deal sources sending me crap all the time. I can't. There's a lot of sources out there, and I get so many bloody emails sent through. I just want people out there who are just getting started in this business. Please, please, please be careful. Sources out there are just. You don't need any qualifications to become a sourcer. And it's not to say I'm not saying every sourcer is bad, but I do get 99% of the emails I get sent through crap, if I'm brutally honest. And it's not for the fact of it's not because the fact of what they're doing is wrong. It's just that they're not educated in what they're doing. So please do make sure, if you are dealing with a sourcer, if you're just new to this business, please, the fact that they're compliant, registered, and they've got ICO and all their relevant insurance in place, they don't actually need any qualification to become a sourcer. So ultimately, just look at their track record, see what they've been doing, track through their socials, see what they've been up to, see if they are physically involved in property. The biggest thing that I can't get my head around with sourcers is how could they sell a deal if they haven't actually done them type of deals themselves before? So it's very apparent with SA. That's what I focus on at the minute. That's where I'm running my business. But predominantly, most of my work is social media. Social media is serviced accommodation at the moment. And the biggest thing that people miss in that is when they do the numbers, yes, they do the percentage in these sort of 70, 60, 70, 80% occupancy. But where you want to be sitting is you want to be breaking even at 50%. But what they do omit, there is a lot of extra expenses within service accommodation. HMOs are pretty straightforward, just like a buy to let. Some of the other deals can be quite straightforward. But HMO, there's a lot of sort of hidden costs, which tend to be avoided when sources send these deals through. So please be aware when you're looking at these deals. But generally speaking, you have OTA fees, which range between 10 to sort of 20, 25% even on some OTAs. You can play around with that as well if you're looking to promote your business. You can increase your percentage that you pay to the OTAs. This is not normally covered under sources agreements. Gas, electric, I mean, everyone in this country knows it's gone up, and you got to laugh. Sometimes people have sent me through gas, electric, utilities for a property, 20 quid. It's insane how people, I mean, that's common knowledge. Let's be honest, people, come on, you're not going to spend 20 quid on utilities for a month, are you? So generally speaking, yeah, obviously you want to keep them low, but that's one thing to keep an eye on when you're looking at SA deals from sources, is the utilities. Cleaning costs tend to get admitted as well. If I can get the cleaners that a lot of these utility sources send to me, I would be raking it in. They can say that property can be cleaned for 20 quid. If they can get me a cleaner, send them to me, because I would pay all my cleaners 20 quid to do a clean. I mean, generally speaking, 2-3 bed property would take anywhere in the region of 1.5 to 2 hours work. If you can find me a cleaner that's doing a 2-hour shift for £20, send them my way, please. So please be aware of cleaning costs, OTA fees, and one other one that is generally missed as well is card processing fees. Now, we all know that if you're in the SA game, the biggest way to make the real money is to get direct bookings. So it does alleviate a lot of them costs. But when you're just getting started, you need to rely on the big OTAs and these booking engines to actually get you started and get the momentum going and get the ball rolling. So you do need to have them percentages factored in. And obviously, when you do get the direct bookings, that's going to increase your revenue. So always look to break even at 50% occupancy. Sometimes in London, obviously, if you're running it professionally, you want to be operating at sort of 70, 80%, potentially 90%. You don't want to be 100%. If you're at 100%, you're obviously too cheap. Obviously 100% with direct bookings, of course, because we want the longer ones. But if you're running the sort of shorter lets, the sort of 2, 3, 4 night bookings, you want to be running around the 85, 90% mark anyway. So 50% is an absolute minimum that you want to be breaking even at. And that's all your costs, all the fees, everything in there. So please be cautious of that, sources. Please do your due diligence. Always, always, always do your due diligence on the sources and also on the deals.